Hello, my fellow healers. My name is Adina, and I'm that healing girl. And in this pick a card reading, we're going to be talking about the energies that are coming in this full moon in Aries that's happening on October 6th. It's really fiery energies coming in, and I feel just in the world around us, the conflict. It feels like everything is coming to a head for some reason. The time before this in this last full moon or last few cycles of full moons really felt like a calm before the storm, and I feel like this full moon is going to bring in a culmination of on the world stage of a lot of fiery, warlike vibes. I feel like it's mirroring everything that's happening politically right now, just to get off the topic a little bit, but kind of on the topic because, everything is energy, in my opinion. Everything is connected. And it's really, that has the potential to kind of spill over into our lives. So it's really going to be very important for us to remain grounded and for us to remain centered at this time because there's a lot of conflict happening around us in the world, at home and abroad. And I think that this is like a great spiritual awakening. I don't think there's I know a lot of people are like moving to go here, and that's totally a personal choice. But I feel like what's happening right now is happening on a global scale to varying degrees. And that as a planet, we're not completely able to escape this sort of reckoning because it's actually like a spiritual healing. That is the vibe that I have from everything that's going on. This is just things that are channeling into me right now. And sometimes I get these information in these jumbled forms and it doesn't make as much sense. Other times it's like clear. Right now, the clear image that I'm getting is that there is just this giant amount of fiery Mars energy that is building up and is causing people to lock heads. So definitely take care when it comes to your family and home life and stay grounded at this time. That's the message I have for the full moon in Aries for the intro. But without further ado, we have pile number 1 with this lovely red Jasper. And I decided to honor Mars with all this fire energy. Aries with all this fire energy, which is ruled by Mars. And then we have Tiger's Eye for pile number 2. And Citrine, which is ruled by solar energy, which is just a big ball of fire for pile number 3. So 1, 2, 3. And without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, pile number 1 with this red Jasper. Let's see what we have. And Jasper is a very grounding crystal. It helps to very slowly, because Earth energy works very slowly, put you back into alignment. Oh yeah. You might have come out of a tower moment, pile number 1. Yeah, I think you was with this 4 of Cups and this little eyes peeking through the Tower in reverse, and the 8 of Swords in reverse feels a lot to me like right now it's happened. Whatever this thing is has happened. It might have been a job loss, breakup, moving, complete upheaval of your life. That's what it feels like. It happened maybe during the lunar and solar eclipse, and you're still processing this information. And so what this is telling me with this 8 of Swords and this Tower reverse together is that I think you're refusing to completely accept the moment that you're in right now. Whatever has happened, you might be in some kind of denial about it with this Tower in reverse. And it's time for you to face truth. And with this eye coming out, this eye is coming, sort of opening up. And then you have yourself in this negative space. That doesn't mean literally negative space. I think it's like you are starting to see yourself for the first time, who you really are. And it might be a little scary. You're going to need this Four of Cups energy, which is an energy of resting and digesting in order to pull yourself together, in order to pull all the pictures together. Let me kind of break that down a little bit. It's like when this tower moment happened, it was like a glass or mirror breaking, and when it happens, when a mirror breaks or something, and a lot of people have negative associations with mirrors, but when glass shatters and it has reflections in it, you can see all of these different aspects in the reflection of the glass. What you're doing is trying to pick all of these pieces of glass up and put them together, and the universe is saying, don't do that. Toss the glass. It's okay. Just let it go. It went. It's not coming back. And what you're going to do is find that after you have absorbed what happened, you're going to start to see, look at that little shard, you're going to start to see little pieces of what happened from a different perspective and why. But that's not right now. You just have to heal from it. But later on, hindsight is going to be 2020, and you will start to recollect those pieces of reflection and what they mean in the larger picture. But don't try to put it together right now. This Eight of Swords in reverse, it's time to untie yourself. With Eight of Swords, it means that a lot of times we are sort of our own victims, and we are the reasons why we are tied up. It's time to release yourself from any self-imposed burdens that this tower situation was putting on you. You are free now. You are free to heal, and you are free to be yourself, irrespective of anybody else. For some people, this is family too. Family or strong relationship vibes I'm getting for a lot of people. So it could be a relationship that broke up, or it could be that you're getting away from toxic family members and you're finally reestablishing who you are as a person, and you're setting these boundaries. Red Jasper is a great crystal to help you not only come to terms with your root chakra, which is affected by family, generational, ancestral things. If there's anything like ancestral impediments or things that need to be healed through the DNA. Some people like to call them curses. I really think it's more so impediments or DNA residual that needs to be cleared out, to be honest. Ancestral past events that might be interfering with your future growth. You can help to heal that by recognizing them with Red Jasper. And Red Jasper will give you the what would you call it? The wherewithal, the strength to forge your own path out of that, ashes of that. You're not defined by what your family did. I will never get there, so I will enjoy my journey. Yeah, I think that is about your family a little bit. You can not ever get it done because you can never cease to be. You can never halt your awareness, that your awareness will be born. Another asking, and each asking always summons another answering. Your eternal nature is one of expansion, and expansion is the potential for unspeakable joy. Yes, expand who you are as a person. Don't get caught up in the labels that you might have had from your youth, or a lot of you are doing inner child healing work. So don't get caught up in anything, any preconceived ideas about yourself that you have gathered from your childhood, that your family or other people or relationships have put on you. You are your own person. Also, you might not get it all done in this lifetime. So this might be a lifetime, many lifetimes growth pattern. So just focus on what your purpose is for this lifetime and let that be enough, and just enjoy the journey. The presence of love will always cast out fear. Yeah, so surround yourself with people who care about you and try and find community. That's going to happen. Look at that full moon. That's a red moon. I feel like that's the full moon in Aries. The full moon in Aries is going to also bring in a sense of self-love. You love yourself for who you are. You don't need anybody else's validation. And you also will find your tribe. The Thinking Man. Let's read that really cool. Yeah, you're going to go into this period of reflection, thinking about all the things that have happened. And this might be also healing from father wounds. Male wisdom of male of wisdom or understanding. This upright card shows a man standing before an archway, gazing at a crystal in his hand. He is thoughtful and reflective man, representing the potential presence of a teacher in your life now or about to arrive soon. This person may be there to educate you in the finer details of your chosen direction, or may be there to assist you in some specific spiritual, mental, or emotional pursuits. This card is telling you to pay attention, for this could lead to great strides in personal or professional growth. This man may also be a love interest coming your way, or perhaps just a new male friend. But be on the lookout for this guide in the physical world and be open to his information. Learn what you can. A new discipline, technique, course of study, or healing practice could change your life forever. Some of you, a new relationship is coming in. For some of you, it's a new friend or mentor. It feels like masculine energy. It might be like a father or father figure or uncle as well, who's going to come in and give you some guidance, because right now you might be feeling a little broken and raw around the edges from whatever happened. But never fear, pile number 1. You will definitely get there. Yeah, this is very straightforward. Face your fears. Face the fact that whatever was there before is over. If it was a relationship, it's gone, and now it is time to strike out anew. And that is all I have for you, pile number 1. I hope this resonated with you. If it did, please like and subscribe with a fire or a heart emoji. And I will talk to you and see you in the next one. Bye. Okay, pile number 2 with this really awesome tiger's eye. And tiger's eye always comes up when a person needs to set boundaries. But let's see what happens. That's the vibe I have with that. 10 of Wands. 6 of Cups. The Fool. Yes. Oh my gosh. This couldn't be any clearer. There's a lot of relationship clearing energy. This, I think, has to do with, could be personal relationships, work relationships, family relationships, whatever it is. And some of you might have come from pile number 1, or might feel vibed to pile number 1. You might feel resonance with pile number 1. There's been a lot of responsibilities and burdens put up on you that you are ready to release. And a lot of this was presumption. A lot of this was not asked for. People just assumed that you would be able to do these things, that you would be ready, that you would be okay with that. And you were not, but you just kept on taking more and more and more responsibility with this 10 of Wands, not setting up any boundaries. And they were relying on, with the 6 of Cups, they were relying on this sense of familiarity and nostalgia and your relationship and rapport in the past. And that was fine at first, but now it's getting to a point where it's almost like they're abusing it or using you. So it's really important for you to break away from that energy and set boundaries. And you might have to completely break away from these people and settle on your own with this full energy coming in. It might feel scary at first, but trust your instincts. That's what the little dog and the Fool represents. Making a leap of faith. Trust your instincts. Set out on your own, because this energy might not be good for you. This is resonating very strongly as family responsibility or job responsibility, or if you're in a relationship, it might be that you're doing all the emotional labor or physical labor of the family, and your partner is not helping out. They might just be coming home and, what's for dinner, or video games, or just expecting intimate relationships and everything without putting in any emotional work to make you feel loved and secure. Let's see. Every subject is two subjects is wanted and not wanted. Oh my God. You don't want this. What are you going to do about it? Every subject is really 2 subjects. There is that which you desire and the lack of it. Often, even when you believe you are thinking about something that you desire, you're actually thinking about the opposite of what you desire. So what is it do you desire? If you desire love, companionship, care, then you don't desire for somebody to treat you like you don't matter. Then you don't desire for somebody to, not respect your contributions to a relationship. Then you don't desire to be treated as an afterthought. You desire to be treated as special, important as you are. Yeah. See what comes up. There is nothing sexier than my authentic truth. Oh my gosh. Yes. And if this is a relationship, I feel like it's definitely, if it's a romantic relationship, it's definitely one where you're made to feel not as attractive, not as good. And that was like that old school negging, just saying things about you in order to keep you insecure so that they could keep you. And it worked for a minute. But now you are coming into your authentic truth. Speak your truth. Speak your mind. Set your boundaries. There is nothing sexier than that. And if they don't think so, then they're the problem. A person who cares about you and loves you will be attracted to you for your authentic, true self. They're going to love you for warts and all. And if we take this out of the romantic realm, it still works in a sort of non-sexual way. Sexy is more of a metaphor for alluring, cool, a vibe. So if it's in your work or whatever, and they're not really valuing who you are and what contributions you're giving to the job, then it might be time to let that job go. I know this is a scary time in the economic world, so don't move without a plan, but definitely keep it in your mind and be looking out for opportunities, maybe even, upgrading your skills so that when the time comes, you could possibly move on. Strategy. Oh, yeah, strategy. If you want to leave this situation, especially if it's a relationship or a job or something, or maybe it's family and you have, all of these responsibilities and burdens heaped on you, but maybe they're like, well, if you don't do that, then you can't stay in my house. Like if it's a family scenario, you might have to strategize. How can I move on? Alexa, stop. Sorry about that. You might have to strategize. How can I move on? How can I make this, how would you say? How can I make this a better situation for me in the now? It's going to read 21. Hang on, give me a second. It says upright. This card shows a pen, journal, compass, and key. When you receive this card upright, it indicates that this is the optimum time for setting up a very specific strategy for achieving your goals. Write about the direction you want to go in. Consider any potential change in course that may be needed. Be aware of particulars regarding your goals and have some conscious plan in mind. Structure the long-term goal needed to make your long-term goal a reality. This card is telling you to spend some time setting things in order. It's time to take full control and thought to action and set your sights on the road ahead. So the way you set boundaries is by first off seeing what you can establish in the moment, how you can make your life comfortable in the moment, and then secondly, setting a longer term strategy to, if necessary, remove yourself from a toxic situation. And because you're worth it, you're better than that, pile number 2. And that is what I have for you. If this resonates with you, please like, subscribe, and comment below with a fire or a heart emoji. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Okay, pile number 3. Wow. So it's pretty amazing to me that this energy is coming in such a fast wave. This is the Aries energy is very fast, and all of the things that are coming in, the messages are flowing in. It's almost like I can't keep up with them. And I feel the vibe for pile number 3 is like that too. It's like act, just don't think about it too long. Like make a plan, of course, but don't sit there ruminating about it forever. Like no procrastination, just do it. That's the message I'm getting for pile number 3. Let's see what comes up with your tarot. King of Cups. Ooh. 7 of Swords. Temperance. Well, the relationship energy is super strong. And 7 of Swords. I mean, with 7 of Swords, there is a little bit of conflict, but it can be a tricky situation. You need diplomacy, you need balance. Whatever situation this is, it's almost like you kind of need to be Switzerland, not rush ahead with a super amount of energy. Even Aries is literally like wanting you to rush ahead. But they're saying don't balance. This feels like this might be a new relationship. And you want to like full thrush in. And this full moon in Aries energy feels as if it's like saying, yes, yes, do it. This person might be like, be careful if they're love bombing you. That's a vibe. It's not for everybody. For some people this is great and it's awesome. It's going to be an amazing relationship. You just want to take it slow. For other people, be careful of red flags like love bombing. That just popped into my head. And like being like, oh, let's move in right now. We've only known each other for 2 months. Let's move in. And then, 3 months later, they're like, oh, should we go to Vegas and get married? Like, just put the brakes on that. Temperance is about balance. And Temperance is a major arcana card. So you really need to put some balance in. Yeah. And this person, it feels like it's favorable and they can be trusted. But definitely don't fools rush in. Definitely don't rush in. Yeah. And definitely with the 7 of Swords, make sure there's a little bit of strategy involved. If you do want to rush into this scenario and just like, throw caution to the wind, at least, have a conversation with somebody you trust and be like, hey, I want to move in with this person. And they're like, okay, we need to figure out logistically, how would that happen? Do they like pets? You have a dog, things like that. These are the logistics that need to be ironed out. How are they with money? Like, what is their credit like? Because if you're moving in together, you don't want to be stuck with that. You don't want to be stuck with the brunt if your credit's good and theirs is bad. And why do they want to move in? Just have these conversations with them. Just slow the brakes a little bit. I'm also getting, for some of you, this is a creative project. You might be in like a band, or you might want to like do some kind of performance art, or maybe you're like being invited into like a ballet company, or whatever the case may be. I'm getting a vibe of that. Approach that cautiously as well. If you're trying to get involved in like a new music band, or maybe you're signing a deal for a new book because you're like an author and you're not sure of all the fine print, make sure you've hammered all that out. Details, contracts, are there contracts? Do there need to be? Things like that. If it's a creative project, that's what I'm getting. Some of you might be creative nonprofit. But hammer all the details out first. Why are they not getting what they are asking for? Oh yeah, if people aren't receiving what they're asking for, it can only be that person's holding the desire out of alignment with their own requests. There's no shortage, there's no lack, there's no competition for resources. There's only allowing or disallowing of that which one is asking for. Yes. So if you don't feel like you are getting what you are asking for out of this bargain, take heed for that. Or if it feels like, the other person is kind of stacking all of the cards in their favor, take heed of that. Make sure that whatever this is, a relationship or creative project, you are getting just as much as they're getting. I honor how I want to feel. Yeah. Yeah, it's not all just about them. Remember, you are in this relationship. You are in this project as well. It is also about you. Storm warning. Ooh, yeah. Just be cautious of red flags. That's all I'm getting. This could be great, but I'm getting a vibe for some of you. You need to hold the brakes and see. You know, not necessarily end it or whatever. Just slow things down. Hold your horses. Clouds on the horizon. This card indicates a potential difficulty either in the external world or within yourself and your emotional life. The difficulty is coming closer, and you may have already heard rumblings of potential problems around you. The caution here is be cautious yet not fearful. Consider what's going on and look at the situation with calm clarity. Investigate your options and honor yourself and your intentions. Stand up for yourself and take action on your own behalf. As with all difficulty, even when the worst storm passes, always remember you have the power and the wisdom to handle whatever may come your way. Yeah, you have all the wisdom and the power to handle this situation. Just make sure you look for any red flags or warnings. Hash out what it is that both of you expect from this scenario, from this project or relationship. And really just get clear on what it is that you want, what it is that you feel. And move ahead with caution, but not with fear. That is the vibe that I have for you, pile number 3. I hope it resonated with you. With these readings today were just bam, bam, boom. Like the messages came in so fast. But I hope this resonates with you. If it does, and you are feeling this Aries energy, please comment with the fire emoji or heart emoji, and like and subscribe and comment below, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.